Hey YouTube, welcome back. This is Dtroy coming back to you with another episode of Axis and Allies, the Garrison. I'm coming to you from my bunker here in Rochelle Park, New Jersey, and I would like to talk to you guys about this past year. I actually got the idea from General Hand Grenade last night while I was at work. I had some downtime and I was watching his video of where he talks about the events and the people that surround our community. So very interesting video. I definitely enjoyed watching it, and I figured, you know what, let me do something similar where I talk about things that I think are of importance to the community. Okay, and before I go ahead and do so, let me touch upon one subject that I think is of great importance, and that is the community itself. Needless to say, the community is made up of many types of different people. The vast majority of our members are just guys ranging from all ages. I've met guys that are very young all the way up to guys that are in their 60s and 70s. So, you know, it's a very varied community in that sense. Okay, but they're just an absolutely amazing bunch of guys that have a passion for a niche game like ours. I mean, how many of us individuals out there in the real world have a passion for playing with little toy soldiers and strategy games like ours? It's just not an everyday thing. So to find people that are like-minded and to find people that have a passion and a love for strategy wargaming, tabletop wargaming is something that is just, you know, I would say not rare, but it's not something that you see often. Okay, and it's something that kind of goes against modern technology, because nowadays most of the people that I know are into video games. They either are playing strategy games or video games through either PlayStation, Xbox, or on their computers. So they kind of do not have the sense and feel that those of us who play tabletop wargaming, strategy wargaming have. This is definitely a different sort of gaming that is a throwback to another time where technology was not where it is today. So having said that, I believe that we are definitely a special group of people who have a deep passion and love for this type of entertainment or hobbying, I would say. So yeah, you know, it's props to you guys, the community, for being very supportive, not only to me but to the rest of us in the YouTube community that put content out there for you guys to watch. Honestly, guys like Young Grasshopper, General Hand Grenade, the Big E, I'm forgetting, you know, a few others, Hunter Jones, Corporal 24. We do this because, by the most part, not because there's any money to be made. Trust me when I tell you, there is no money here whatsoever. We do it because you guys support us, and without your support, there will be no incentive for us to actually go ahead and make videos and create content for you guys to watch. Okay, so kudos to you, props to you guys for giving us that support that we need in order for us to proceed forward with creating content. So this past year was a very interesting year for me here at the Garrison. Things really took off early last September when I participated at the Bloodbath. Now, you guys well know, the majority of you know, that the Bloodbath was a tournament that was by the most part sponsored by Sire Blood, who is one of the most prominent figures in our community. By the way, forgot to mention Sire Blood in my last rant there, but definitely Sire Blood is one of the leaders in our community, and he sponsored his first international tournament. And I would say international because I believe we have people not only from the United States, but I think one or two guys from Canada, I believe. So I could be wrong, but I want to say that that is the case. So I really enjoyed the whole aspect of meeting people from all parts of the United States. It was definitely very interesting. I found it very challenging and stimulating, sharing time and ideas and game time with guys that just have a passion for a hobby. Okay, so that kind of like just grew out, and it just honestly gave me an impetus or energy to proceed forward with going ahead with my own channel and going ahead and creating more content for you guys to enjoy. So needless to say, we participated in the event and we did all right. We didn't do that badly. I think overall for my, gaming, I think I learned a lot. Unfortunately, I did lose both games. Actually, no, let me retract. I won one and I lost one game. So we actually didn't do that bad. But there was plenty of room for me to have done better. And I believe that next year's event, I'll do a lot better. So it was such a great experience. But anyway, that gave me the impetus to continue then with the YouTube wars. Now, BK Cowboy, who was one of the gentlemen that participated in the event, he and Argother actually came in first place. They made up the team who won the tournament. Cowboy actually invited me to participate in the YouTube wars. Okay, back then it wasn't called the YouTube wars. The YouTube wars was a term that I coined and that I used when I presented or started recapping my videos for the YouTube wars. Okay, basically I was invited and I accepted, and I just picked up that football and ran with it. And basically what I've been doing is that I have been recapping the moves being made by those of us playing in the YouTube wars. For those of you who do not know what the YouTube wars are, the YouTube wars basically is a regular game of Axis and Allies where the persons participating in that particular game make their moves online, record their moves, and then post their videos of their moves made on YouTube. Okay, so what I did on my end is that I actually I made video recaps of all the moves that were made by every single player throughout an entire game. Okay, so I took that and I created the YouTube wars. Now, I'm not taking credit for the creation of the concept of using social media as a playing platform. That was actually something that was created by Hunter Jones and Corporal 24. They were the ones who actually first created or thought of the idea of using YouTube as a social media, as a social platform, in order for us to be able to play with people from across the world and across the country and all over. So it's just a great platform, and I think that for the most part, that is the way to go. The far majority of people out there really have a hard time finding folks that they can play with in a niche game like ours. So using social media is the way to go, I believe. Okay, it's not that difficult. It's not easy, but it's not that difficult to record your own moves in a particular game and then forward a video to your teammate, to your opponent, and then they do the same in return. I think seriously, folks, you guys, if you haven't done so already, you should definitely try using social media as a playing platform. Okay, that this way you can play with folks that you normally wouldn't play with. Now, if you happen to live in an area where there's plenty of guys in your immediate vicinity that you can play with on a regular basis, then there's no need to use YouTube or social media as a playing platform. Having said that, if you do live in an area where you don't find people to play with, then give social media and YouTube as a platform a chance. You will not be let down, I believe. Okay, so needless to say, we did wrap our last game. We had a great time. We definitely enjoyed playing our last game. As a matter of fact, Hunter Jones and his group have picked up and have started their own game using YouTube as a playing platform. So you guys follow up on their channel with Hunter Jones, War Party, No Limit, and Sunny New. Okay, so check out their channels, and you guys will definitely get an idea on how it is that you guys can also play using YouTube as a playing platform. All right, so I know I'm ranting a lot here. Let me see, what am I forgetting? Okay, one thing that I've been very pleased with the community recently is the many options that we have to play the game nowadays. Nowadays, you have Global G40, you have the BBR, which are the bloodbath rules that Sire Blood created. You have Global War from historical board gaming, and you also have Young Grasshoppers Deluxe Edition that he's been developing in Canada. So these are all options that we have that allow us to be able to play the game in many different ways. You're not limited to playing Axis and Allies with one particular rule set. You can now use other rule sets to enjoy this absolutely amazing game. Okay, so you could go for a game that is more prolonged, like the regular Global G40. That is a game that is more, I would say, prolonged, or an even longer game like Global War, historical board games, or the Deluxe Edition. Or you could use a more compact rule set like the BBR that was created by Cyberblood, as I mentioned before. So now, as for the Garrison itself, as you guys can tell, I've been doing a lot of work here recently. Ever since I came back from the bloodbath, I've been working on making my bunker better. So I've been building pallet walls throughout the entirety of the bunker here in my bunker. So it's something that I've been working on. I'm trying to make or create a feel in my bunker that lends itself to better gaming, okay, to enhance the gaming experience. So I think that's something that is important, at least for me anyway. I try to put up pictures of wartime generals. I put up the game board, the old game boards that I have from my previous Axis and Allies games. I put them up on my walls. I've also put up my sculpts and collectibles, 1/72nd scale and 1/44 scale tanks and miniatures and all that. I've even put up a couple of models up in my ceiling. You can't tell here, but I have also small models of World War II airplanes. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to recreate an environment here that is favorable to the gaming experience. And needless to say, you guys have seen my videos. My table here is I really enjoy playing on this table. My map is 48 inches wide, 96 inches long. My table itself is about 10 feet long and 5 feet wide. So it's pretty, I would say it's a pretty massive table. And the idea is to create an environment that is conducive to wargaming. Okay, and that when you walk in here, I want you as my guest to say, wow, this is a place that I want to come back to, and where I can forget that the world is out there and that we can play here a game of good old-fashioned Axis and Allies. So that's something that I've been promoting in my bunker here in Rochelle Park. All right, so what others? Okay, a few other things. Yeah, I shaved. The end of No Shave November came and went. We got permission, and then No Shave November became No Shave December at work. You guys know, because of the line of work that I perform, we are not allowed by protocol to wear or have beards. We're allowed to have a mustache, but no beards. Okay. Of course, I'm not much for mustaches, so I've never grown one. But I did let my beard grow these past 2 months. It was fun. Something that I did for just kicks and changing the routine, and just doing something different. So yeah, now it came off. All right, so I know a couple of you guys will make commentaries about my beard being gone, so I figure I'd beat you to the punch. All right, so what else? My arm here, I'm doing better. Okay, my tendonitis is finally gone. I would say it's like 95% gone. I'm feeling a lot better, and that will in itself allow me to go back to the gym. As a matter of fact, that's how I injured myself, because of a previous injury that I had. After a 3 or 4 year hiatus from not working out anymore, I went back to the gym, and I guess I hit the weights too hard, too quickly, and I kind of overwhelmed my physique, and I ended up re-injuring an old injury. and I was taken out of commission again. And 3 4 months later, I think I'm about ready to go back to the gym, and it's one of my New Year's resolutions, and that is to get back in shape. To try to you know get rid of some body fat and increase some muscle mass, and try to make myself better in that sense. So for the past 3 4 years, ever since I bought the house here in Rochelle Park, I just kind of quit working out. I mean, work, family, kids. It's 3 kids later, wife, work, career. It just kind of gangs up on you, and you kind of lose track of your old priorities. And I guess I'm gonna give it an honest effort to go back to the gym and try to get back in shape at least. I don't like the way I feel as far as not being in shape anymore. So yeah, those are my New Year's resolutions. Well, amongst many that I have, is at least the one is that to get my rear end back in the gym. All right. So what else? So this Thursday, I'm going to be hosting another game here at the Garrison. One thing that I've enjoyed is that I'm getting more and more people to come to the Garrison. It seems that every week now I am playing a game. It's a good thing. I guess I'm getting more name recognition, more notoriety out there. More guys that have a passion for the game are seeing my content out on Facebook and on YouTube, and are knowing or are fully aware now that I'm here and that the Garrison is open for guests. So if I have the space, feel free to come to the Garrison. Okay, you're more than welcome to. So yes, so this coming Thursday, I'm going to have a game here at the Garrison. I'm expecting at least 4 gentlemen. Okay, if everybody shows up, it'll be Bill, Ernest, and Jeff. Okay, so those 3 gentlemen are going to be here. So it's going to be a 4-man game. I hope to play with the Axis this time. I've kind of been playing a lot with the Allies, so I'm looking forward to hopefully playing a game of Axis and Allies where I am the Axis, whether it be Japan or Italy, it doesn't matter. I could do both. But I think I'm going to end up most likely playing Japan if push comes to shove. So that's about it, guys. Listen, it's been a great year. I've enjoyed every aspect of Axis and Allies. I've enjoyed every aspect of building this work in progress that is my bunker. And I look forward to the new year, 2019. I wish you guys a happy new year. Hopefully, things will be going well for you folks. And I only wish you but the best. So, congrats for those of you who have picked up the hobby. We welcome on board. We welcome you on board, and enjoy. Guys, happy new year. Dtroy out.